It'll be the Thunder off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at the Thunder. Lowry out there with Bradley Beal. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Beasley. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Oh, shit.
Just 3 to shoot. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Beasley. Anthony's got the opening bucket of the night for Oklahoma City.
And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after.
To the middle.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
The Pistons have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum.
And now Lowry running the floor all by himself.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Bledsoe kicks to Millsap. Harris inside. He's covered by Beal.
Bull.
Bounds, the Pistons able to retain possession here. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. It's going to be Jefferson shooting. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And watching Al Jefferson over the years, he can be dominant and be efficient in doing it. For all the points he's piled up, he's always been around a 50% shooter. And for all the times he's handled the ball, his turnover rate is relatively low. So that's giving your team good quality possession.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the evening.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
You know, the numbers on the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Talking about Jefferson, it's not just his efficiency with the scoring. He's efficient, Clark, with his time on the floor. He's always producing a block shot here, a steal there, of course. All the rebounds, he covers every base.
Yeah, the data analytics folks rely on percentages to measure efficiency. But just as important as overall production per minutes played, Big Al excels there.
Millsap a screen. Harris passes to Millsap. And Jordan sends it back. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Leading the charge. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Here's Anthony. Shot from the inbound. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Harris. Lowry with the block. And it's Anthony with the jam.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Screen by Jefferson. Bledsoe gets to Millsap. Looking for Jefferson. He gets it there. And the shot is good. Jefferson's got 5.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Back to Lowry. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Harris. We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
Here's Bledsoe. It's deflected. And they get it back.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. The guy's no secret that Al Jefferson has never been known for his defense, Clark, mostly viewed as an offensive player.
Yeah, he really is strong down in the
for real.
last season, Jefferson went out of his way to change that no defense perception of him.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Anderson, he's checked in for Millsap. Turner comes in for Grant. And Stevenson's checked in for Harris. And it's Payne in for Eric Bledsoe.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass. And, you know, it's what spurred Jefferson to kind of rededicate to defense when he realized teams would pick on him and make him the focal point of their attack.
The Pistons trailing. Turner dishes to Stevenson. And Jefferson gets it to go. Jefferson's got 9.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
And it's Hibbert missing.
And for Jefferson and his defense, players know when they are being targeted. So good for Big Al to do something about it.
Johnson can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Thunder trailing by 4. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
And Detroit was a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
Greg, you just said the Pistons had a ton of back-to-back games.
Come on.
Part of their back-to-backs.
Come on.
They went 15 and 29 in those games.
And that's part of the reason why the NBA wanted to examine the schedule. I mean, it was a tough year for the Pistons. It's hard to get any momentum when you're playing that many back-to-backs.
McCallum kicks to Neal.
That guy's tough.
And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. It's deflected. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Johnson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Dion. .24 seconds left in the first quarter. And Turner kicks to Payne. Clock at 4. Ripped away. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Shots good by Neal.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a
tie game in Detroit.
Tie game, bye-bye.
Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
They're just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Taking full advantage of playing at home, and the fans have really helped them here.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. We've got Jordan. Anthony out there with Beasley. Then there's Lowry. And it's Beal in the shooting guard position. Anthony. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
No, for real.
And the second player taken in the 2008 draft, Michael Beasley out of Kansas State, has been the ultimate wild card. Incredibly high expectations for him. At one time, he was the best high school player in the country, but now, you know, Greg, in his 8th season, bounced around a little bit. I wonder if he will ever fulfill that great potential.
You know, you could argue he's the best player in college that 1 year at Kansas State. I mean, unstoppable scorer and rebounder on the collegiate level. And he's shown flashes, but that's the one thing about this level. So much of the game is mental. And not everybody's equipped to handle the responsibility of being a great player.
Excellent point. Here's Anthony. A second chance effort. Drops in the layup for 2. Beals
timeout, baby, timeout.
Oklahoma City.
They've done their part here to run down a...
Come on. Let me get this started, guys.
lot of missed shots.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting every loose ball.
El mafioso gamer in the house.
They get on the inside.
Kicking that ass.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And the thing about Bradley Beal, when he suits up, the entire lineup becomes exponentially more potent. A quick, powerful athlete, Greg, high basketball IQ. You know, had the great teaching at Florida, carries it to the NBA. Opponents have to account for him, I think, on both ends of the floor.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, coming out of college, a lot of people compared him to Ray Allen. I mean, he possesses that next level smoothness and body control that's often indicative of a true difference maker.
They get it back.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him,
take that out of here.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Stolen by Bledsoe. The finish. Hammers it down off the coast.
I tell you, it was fast, man. Come on.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
There you go.
And, you know, going back to Bradley Beal, the bottom line is he's a winner. Last year, the Wizards went 8-9 with Beal out of the lineup. Hard to argue with those facts and numbers.
Beasley with the rebound.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Beasley against Millsap. Harris passes to Millsap. From deep. Shot clock at 6. Excellent D there from Beasley.
And when you talk about Bradley Beal, it's not just having him in the lineup that matters. It's having him at his best.
No, come on.
When he's at 100% health, there are very few guards in the league who can keep up with him. Truly one of the game's great young talents.
Harris with it. Now Beal defending. Millsap dishes to Grant. He kicks it to Bledsoe. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Harris misses. Oklahoma City leading by 4. There's the dish to Beasley. The feed to Lowry. Oklahoma City gets it back.
He's yet to make an impact from the field, but his team is taking care of business.
Millsap left side. Back to Bledsoe. In the corner, it's Harris. Up top, Bledsoe. From the high post. And that one comes up a bit short.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Damn. Lowry
again missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Thunder with the lead. And Turner with the block. They get it back. Pass to Beal. Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer, Lowry.
Damn, Lowry just stuck.
Lowry can't get that one to fall. And Turner kicks to Jefferson. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Jeremy Grant. For the Thunder, .149 left from the first half. Jefferson setting the pick for Stevenson. Shot to stop the drought.
Toma.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Boris Diaw.
And Lance Stevenson really couldn't find minutes in Charlotte last season. Ended up sitting out a lot of games as a DNP CD. Not the start he wanted with the new team.
Johnson gets the bucket. We've got 1:28 left in the first half of basketball. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
And McCallum kicks to Diaw.
Come
Johnson,
on.
a wide open look. The shot is off. Ball stolen. And the Thunder pushing it up now.
For real?
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And so it's Detroit with the ball. 4-point game. Here's Jefferson. Swiped it away. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. 6 points for Johnson.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Here's McCallum. Oklahoma City gets it back. Kicks to Johnson. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Turner.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
And here's Stevenson for 3. That'll do it for the first half. Thunder lead by 6. Time now for the halftime break. With the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Damn.
Daddy, tú ganaste.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us.
We watched Jefferson play great basketball. He has 9 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. What can you say? Al Jefferson, an impressive effort here today.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Paul Millsap out there with Al Jefferson. Then there's Bledsoe. Then there's Harris. And it's Grant in a small forward. That's the 5 and a 4 for the Pistons. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. Millsap a screen. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. No good from 11 feet. The Thunder leading by 4. From deep, Neww.
Mira, ni echa de tres
It's hauled in by
tampoco.
Harris. Harris has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Millsap up top. He's guarded by Diaw. Screen by Grant. Millsap. Great tee that time from Hibbert.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And guys, he's not the tallest or most imposing wing player, but Stanley Johnson has incredible strength and really unmatched confidence. One reason why so many were high on him in the draft.
And for Johnson out of Arizona, Greg, his strength, as you were talking about, is his biggest asset. Helps that he has this incredible arm span. And Clark, you know what? He told me he likes to play the 2K game.
Yeah, he does enjoy that. He
Look
likes
his
to play
fast
the
face
real
out.
game, too, because
Hey, he's tough.
competitive, and I think he's got a chance to be a superb defender at the NBA level. You know, sometimes rest can do more harm than good. It certainly looks that way for them. They've been cold coming out, and have yet to find the bottom of the net.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for it.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Bledsoe kicks to Millsap. Clock at 6. Screen by Grant. Off the pick. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to just 2
Claro,
points.
el está bien malo, compadre.
Millsap.
And he came off that screen, and he just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Jordan. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. 6 points for Jordan.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside.
Cuando que me dio el block.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
On the way, Harris. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
Esto, Carmelo,
And
papá,
that one goes in as he
masagrando.
is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. A different look here for Detroit. Anderson, he's checked in for Grant. Lance Stevenson comes in for Harris. And it's Payne in for Eric Bledsoe. They set the pick. Payne with it. Lowry picks him up. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Jordan's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Beasley the screen. Lowry drives in.
Embuste no
Here's
echa nada.
Jordan. And that one is stuffed right through.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench
That's it.
jumping. Clark, look at them. They are
Let's
really in
still
there.
do something.
Yeah, they sure
Hey,
are.
about
That's a little
time.
salt
Come
to
on,
the
run,
wound
run,
there.
run.
I mean, they take a miss
Ah.
and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Detroit making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Lowry
Oh,
inside
he
the
did the
line.
first shot. My
It's
God.
good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. And it's a 9-point Oklahoma City lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Boy, they're hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end. Very impressive.
Carmelo with
And
the
they forced
block.
quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
It goes in. It goes
Pushing their
in.
leads at double digits. And that's 15 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Carmelo Anthony, the third pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. Pistons trailed by 11.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003, all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with the rebuilding Knicks team last season.
Jefferson's shot is off.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Here's Jordan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Hey guys, talking about Melo, I mean, he's faced some difficult injuries here of late. That puts all the more pressure on him to win a ring as soon as possible. No way does he want to retire without that chance.
DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the 2nd round, and he's made good on it, though.
And Eric Bledsoe drops them both.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen 0 drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness. But no question, he's improved his skills and IQ.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And Anthony sends it back.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
To the middle. Here's Beasley. And the dunk by Jordan. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 14 rebounds.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
Gee, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Anthony drives in. Some solid defense from Grant. Harris misses. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 7. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The 4th quarter of play should begin momentarily. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the 4th quarter. Boris Diaw is out there with Johnson. Then it's Gary Neal. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's McCallum in at the 1. And that one's good.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
Here's Millsap. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. 8 points for Paul Millsap.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Outside Turner. 4 on the shot clock.
For real?
True contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And how thrilled must have Evan Turner been last season to get a second chance. Clark with the boost in minutes, confidence, the coaching staff. His game almost just changed overnight.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs the basketball. He's such a good, solid playmaker and has excellent size. Never had a chance in Indiana to really handle the ball and play to his strengths because of Paul George and Lance Stevenson, but he found a nice niche in Boston.
Well, you know what he can do after watching him for so many years with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he's terrific. Good basketball IQ, too.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Coach can't be pleased with their inconsistency on the defensive glass. They've been caught taking pictures out there. They're watching, as opposed to getting in there and securing the orange.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with the wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy said to the team. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Stevenson passes to Millsap.
Hey, get up, for real?
And it's Hibbert missing. Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one off season. I tell you what, he'd be one scary
come on,
if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed.
Come on.
Look at the game for Johnson. 10 points, and he was able to come up with one steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
And the Thunder making a change here. Jordan, he's checked in. Beasley comes in for Boris Diaw. Bradley Beal's checked in for Gary Neal. And it's Kyle Lowry in for McCallum. On the wing, Stevenson. Millsap a screen. 5 on the clock. From deep. Shot is no good. Johnson with the defensive effort. Ahead. Here's Beal. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Beal's got the lead up to 12 now for Oklahoma City. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Sinks the three-pointer. The Thunder have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
To the middle. And Bradley Beal again. And the Thunder lead by 11.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Gary Harris, he's checked in for Detroit. Bledsoe comes in for Evan Turner. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City leading by 11. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
From deep three-point range, Harris misses. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Off target from outside.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Anthony with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Jordan. And he goes in for the dunk.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
Bledsoe outside. To the middle. Wants to get it to Stevenson and does. You know what?
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
They get it again. And stolen by Kyle Lowry.
Wow.
In the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation. Millsap against Beasley. Millsap inside. The shot from the low post is good. Millsap's got 10 points here in the second half.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Here's Harris. The shot will not go. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Stolen by Bledsoe.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Thunder.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved.
I think that's the best thing that Lowry did in this game.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a two-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Jordan. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash.
Right, let's see if I could do at least 4 points
like how he
with
puts
this guy.
himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game
Come
clock.
on, make that shot. Oh, come on. Damn, that guy sucks.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Nah, no creo que
Nice
me
work
va a
on the
alcanzar
inside.
para
Hard
que
to get
estoy.
that one up and over the big fella.
Mira.
Well, it's not supposed to be
Later.
easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're
Ah,
going
que
to
echa
take a little
eso.
extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
So no problem
Dang,
for
Kyle
Oklahoma
Lowry
City
really
to get the
sucks.
win.
I tried
A
to for
solid win on the
Rose
road
and
for them.
damn,
This
I should
building
have stayed
was
with
dead.
Rose. Like, let's see how much. Oh my God, 1 for 20. Oh my God. But look at this guy, Jordan. 16 rebounds, 14 points, 5 assists, and 4 blocks. Like, whoa. Not bad, not bad. Well, thanks for watching, people. That'll be all for tonight.
Tan, quédate. No quiero. No.